Today I want to tell you about the most impressive gun under 250 bucks, and this will also serve as our 1,000 round update. This, my friends, is the Taurus G3. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Howard, and this is the LONGSHOT 87 channel, where we review guns just like this. We'll do updates, concealed carry videos, rifle reviews, pistol reviews, all that kind of stuff, comparisons, the whole 9 yards right here on one channel. So if you like what I do, consider subscribing to the channel, man. Hit your notifications. Really appreciate it. If you're wondering, I'm wearing these glasses. I wear these things inside anyways. And so, people give me a hard time when I go into like Allied Arms or something. Oh, here's the cool guy with his glasses on. Well, they are prescription, but these lights bug me so much. And like, I'm squinting when I'm doing the video anyways, and some of you think I'm high, so I just said, screw it. I'm just wearing the glasses. I don't care at this point. But regardless, man, let's talk about the gun. So essentially what we have here is a Glock 19 size gun. And by the way, at the end of the video, I really want to tell you any issues, durability, and who I think this gun is best suited for. Okay, so, budget is good, but if the gun doesn't work, then you can throw budget out the window, or, value minded, or however you want to say it there, okay? But let's do an overview of the features. You basically have a Glock 19 sized Taurus. Now I saw some recent updates with these things like 250 bucks, but some places had them for 220 bucks. Now I can't tell you where to get those here, but everybody has Google. There you go. Front and rear slide serrations. So what's nice is that they cut them deep enough into the slide. There's even a Toro version of this, which is optics ready, okay? Which are gonna typically be more expensive, but regardless, the slide on this gun, and this isn't because it's just broken in, it's always been a relatively easy gun to rack. So if you have any kind of issues in your hands or whatever, I know all about this. It is definitely an easy gun to manipulate. Those front serrations are cut deep enough. There's nothing flashy about this gun, right? But it does the job well, right? And whatever its job is, we'll determine at the end of the video. The rear serrations are really good too, man. And so this one's not optics ready. It's just fairly simple and clean across the board. You also have a set of low profile sights, probably the lowest profile sights I've ever seen on a striker fire gun, if I'm being honest with you, and they do a decent enough job. I mean, they line up well. I think it's a little bit of an adjustment, kind of a little bit of a I don't know if I'd say shocker, but when you first look down on them, you're like, oh wow, that's different, and then you just kind of do your thing, right? Takedown notches, very similar to a Glock. Picatinny rail, full-size dust cover, all that. You kind of have somewhat of a rounded off trigger guard there. Square rounded, squounded. I don't know if we, but anyways, dude, you have a little bit of an undercut, but this gun is big enough, right? There's not a huge undercut. I really appreciate those undercuts on the smaller guns, but this gun right here, man, I feel like your hand can tuck up under the trigger guard and obviously up under the beaver tail, somewhat of a beaver tail right there. So no issues with slide bite or anything like that. But one thing that Taurus does really well, they do this as good as the best companies out there, is their texturing on their grip. So they put it everywhere where you need it, nowhere where you don't. It is semi-rough, so if you're going to carry this inside the waistband, you might want to have an undershirt. Some people say you should do that anyways. Regardless, it could get irritating after a while. Magazine release is reversible, 15 rounds. That's pretty freaking good. You do have a manual safety on here. I just ignore it. I disengage and leave it alone. You have a viewport up top right there so you can see your brass down in the chamber. And all in all, a pretty freaking good gun. Now, one thing you'll notice is like if you have a high point, okay, where the gun may do its job, right, but it's ugly. This isn't an ugly gun. I mean, I don't think it's ugly. I think it's pretty decent looking. What does that matter in the world of guns? Well, people say it doesn't matter, but let's be honest. Everybody likes the look and aesthetics of a good looking gun. Now, is it gonna like shock you? Is it strikingly beautiful like a 1911 or a 2011 or a CZ or something like that? No. But it's still not ugly like a high point, so it's got that going for it. One of the most impressive parts about this gun, one of the most important things about this gun, is the trigger and the way that it shoots and handles the recoil. Let's let Miss Headshot take it away. So, one nice thing about this gun, you hit the wall, boom, right there, brakes, reset, boom, right there. It does a good enough job. Actually, it's a pretty awesome trigger. It is a really good trigger, I mean, for what it is. And it has something that almost no other striker fire guns have, restrike capability. So if you pull the trigger and it doesn't go boom, you release the trigger and it goes boom, hopefully that time or a third time, whatever. So it does have that capability, something I kind of hoped was on the Taurus GX4, because we could have used that with some of the issues that we had. Ruger! Hush, boy! You know I'm doing a video? So, another impressive thing about this gun, besides the price, besides the trigger, besides what you get, really, for 250 bucks, no issues. Not a single issue out of this gun. Now that is a sweet shooting gun, dude. The Taurus G3 shoots really, I mean, incredibly well. That is a good thing, man. So I'm really impressed with that. All in all, dude, you know, if you are looking for like a truck gun, like the ultimate truck gun, you know, I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying this is something you should do. But if you have a truck or a car safe, that's ideal. But if it's something that you want to keep inside your vehicle, locked up, of course, don't arm criminals. That's a bad thing. But if it's something that you want to do that, I mean, this is like the most ideal gun, you know, as a truck gun, as a home defense gun, as a first-time gun, I would even say. Even concealed carry. It's not going to be the best concealed carry gun. The GX4 would fit that role better, but it is something that you could do. Now, I haven't carried this gun a whole lot, okay? Just full disclaimer there. I don't know that their slide finishes hold up extremely well over the time. You're going to get some slide wear on pretty much any gun that you consistently carry. Now, I'd like to take a second to thank the patrons of this channel, because they've made a lot of stuff possible here, including this gun right here. They allow me to go out and buy ammo or different guns or whatever, man. Those guys are really awesome. If you want to join the part of a community that is seriously amongst one of the best in the gun community, consider following the link down below. Or you can even join this channel right here, where I have some tiers set up, and I have some more tiers set up on Patreon, but it is one big community, and actually some of y'all get a shout out. You know, I think $5 a month, you actually get your name at the end of every single video, but every single past, present, future patron of this channel, I appreciate, love you guys, thank you very much. This gun is fantastic if you want a training gun, if you want one that, you know, maybe you can use as a loaner if you teach classes or anything like that. You want to use it as a truck gun, something you don't mind getting a scratch on. Now, I don't personally mind getting scratches on any of my guns. I don't care what it is. I'm not super picky about that, except for my World War II guns. I don't like messing those up. You know, I don't want to add parts of history to it. It's already got enough historical references. But any other gun, I don't really get that picky over some scratches or whatever, man. They're tools at the end of the day. But this one, you really don't mind that, right? And when I take it to the range, I toss it in the bag, not because I don't respect it, but because that's what it is. That's what it is, okay? But if it's your only gun, you know, you clean it, you take care of it. I've had nothing but great luck with mine, and that's all I can tell you. Now, typically I won't clean these at 1,000 rounds. That's something, you know, because I made this decision right at the beginning of the year. I want to start doing 1,000 round updates. I think that's a good thing to do. Not only can I give you some more information about the gun, but then we can bring it in where it's not in the top 5, but it's all on its own, right? But regardless, at some point I did clean this gun because it doesn't it doesn't look like it's had 1,000 rounds through it. But, you know, regardless, man, it's, you know, it's got some grime and stuff on it. There is absolutely no oil on it. That is for sure. But again, if you see any of my guns in any of my videos that have not been oil cleaned or anything like that, I'm either doing a 1,000 round update or I've just been lazy with it, to be quite honest with you. I don't think I ever greased this gun because there would be some in the rails. I honestly don't think I did. At some point I'm trying to just get it to fail, and it really hasn't so far, which is an awesome thing. So the Taurus G3 1,000 round update, man, it has been nothing short of fantastic. If I put it on a scale, 1 out of 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, in the world of budget guns, I would give this thing like a 9 to a 9.5. I really think highly of this gun, and for the budget minded, or for any of the other reasons that we mentioned in this video, this thing is seriously fantastic. So that's where I'm at with it. Any Taurus G3 owners out there, I'd love to hear your experience as well. Leave those in the comments below. Again, big thanks to every supporter of this channel, from patrons to subscribers. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. And as always, hold 'em down.